they would get in trouble. Oh my gosh, this thing's driving me crazy. Okay. Good evening, everyone. Oh my God. Okay. My name is Haley Russell, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to the Brighton High School class of 2022 graduation ceremony. On behalf of all the graduates, I would like to thank all parents, family, and friends for their support throughout each and every one of our lives. I would also like to thank the faculty of Brighton High School. It is because of their guidance that we are here today. Thank you to all of our wonderful teachers and to Dr. Norton and all of our administration for your hard work in preparing us for our futures. After tonight, we will all go our separate ways, but we will always share the bond of being BHS alumni. I am so proud of each and every one of you and cannot wait to see what you all accomplish in your futures. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to serve as your student body president this year. It has been such an honor to serve and lead the Brighton High School class of 2022. Thank you. Now, if everyone will please stand for the playing and singing of our national anthem.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights. For the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Everyone be seated. Thank you. Good evening. I am Brian Norton, principal of Brighton High School. We are excited this evening to have our first graduation ceremony on our new turf football field, and we are starting a new tradition of ending our ceremony with a recessional. Unlike the past where loved ones have come onto the field after the ceremony, our graduates will walk out of the stadium, back into the school, and out the front doors. Please meet your graduate at the front entrance to take as many pictures as you would like. I would also like to take time to introduce our platform guests. Sitting to my right, Mr. Brantley Tillman, Assistant Principal, Mr. Brian Croson, Assistant Principal, and Dr. John Combs, Director of Tipton County Schools. To my left, Ms. Margaret Alsbrook, Assistant Principal, and Mr. LeJared Baker, Assistant Principal. The 2022 class salutatorian is the son of Scott and Kristen Wanzer. He has a 4.0 GPA and a 34 on the ACT. It is my distinct pleasure to present to you the class salutatorian, Mr. Colin Mark Wanzer.
Through our school years, we've learned subjects such as math and science and English. But after all these years, we may be thinking, was spending 12 years in school really worth it? Some of us might say, Colin, I really love Mario, so I decided I'm going to go to technical school to become a plumber like him. If I'm going to become a plumber, then why did I just spend 12 years of my life learning things that I may never use? Mr. Roos taught me about cells, and Mrs. Walker taught me some math, but what was the point? Mario doesn't use algebra. And I would say to you this, yeah, you're right, Mario doesn't use algebra, but the things we have learned through our high school years go way beyond algebra. For instance, in order to really grasp these subjects, we've had to learn to learn. Think about it. If we were never taught to learn, we would never be able to do our jobs. But because we attended school, we have learned to study, to practice, and to ask questions when we don't understand. To put it simply, school has challenged us to grow our minds and abilities, and from this we will benefit for the rest of our lives. In addition to learning to learn, we've been challenged to consider what we really want to do with our lives. If you're like me, it seems like life just keeps getting busier and busier. With sports and clubs and jobs and relationships and the gym or whatever, it's very difficult to find time for everything we want to do. And in all honesty, we cannot do everything. And that leads me to my second point. We've had to choose our priorities. We've had to examine our close relationships and think, is this person encouraging me and helping me toward this goal, or are they holding me back? In assessing how we will spend our time, we've had to decide, am I going to catch up on Attack on Titan, or am I going to finish that math homework that will get me to college, that will get me to my job, that will get me to where I want to be in life? In my own life, I've had to make decisions like this. Sophomore year, I decided to give up playing soccer in order to have more time for personal endeavors like investing in relationships, working with my church, and refereeing youth soccer games. And I'm sure some of you have had to make similar decisions. Third, we've learned to focus and get things done. We buckled down and finished writing those papers. Some of you guys rebuilt an engine and fixed leaks. Some of us focused and pushed ourselves to balance various responsibilities like jobs and dual classes and AP classes. You studied vigorously and passed that calculus test. You worked hard and learned and grew, and you eventually mastered that weld. These years have prepared us to truly buckle down and get to work wherever we plan to go. To sum up, so that I don't bore you guys too much longer, you may not think you've grown or changed much throughout your high school years, but I hope I've shown you that we really have learned and grown, and we are ready for our next steps. Thank you.
Thank you, Colin. The 2022 class historian is the daughter of Edward and Ann Sailors. She has a 4.0 GPA and a 33 on the ACT. Again, it's my distinct pleasure to present to you the class historian, Miss Mackenzie Lynn Sailors.
Families, families, teachers, and students. We are all here to celebrate the class of 2022's resilience gained through our high school experience. While each of us is leaving tonight with a different plan in mind, we are all united by our experiences as a class. We started high school nervously and are likely just as nervous about moving on. The last 4 years have felt both blissfully long and agonizingly short depending on who you ask. Yet, despite what we may individually think of the events we have been through, what we have firmly withstood has shaped us into who we are tonight and who we will be going forward. 4 years ago, most of us started high school anxiously walking the halls, trying to find classes in a completely new building. It was nothing like middle school where your classes were all in the same hallway. Freshman year was almost overwhelming at first, like trying to go from the freshman wing to the science hall when we didn't even know where those places were. But we wanted to get through the year thinking that it possibly could not get harder than this. By the end, we knew our way around the school, what different clubs we wanted to join, or really looked forward to Cheeseburger Friday. We were able to endure the awkward first year of high school to be here 4 years later, showing it can be done, and it can get way harder. We started our sophomore year more confident, being returning students, but this year was remarkable for two seemingly opposite reasons. The arrival of Dr. Norton and the abrupt end of the school year due to COVID. While Dr. Norton brought with him a new wave of positivity, from talking to students in the halls or going to sports games and concerts, the year ended in separation. Some of us were ecstatic about being out early, and others of us were upset by missing field trips or end-of-year parties. However, no matter what we went through about the very abrupt end to school, it was a single event experienced by us all, regardless of any other factors. If as 9th graders we thought high school was hard, it was nothing like what 11th grade was like. It was the year that separated us the most. Many of us, including myself, were not even physically at school. I know I miss getting to see all my friends in person every day. While some of us were getting schoolwork done at home, more of us were attending school, trying to be normal in a time of anything but. However, despite the challenge of finding motivation to do schoolwork in a crazy time, it was not all bad. Some of us thrived getting more time to spend on schoolwork or hobbies, or were able to spend more time talking to our friends. If there was any year that needed Be Relentless, it was our senior year. This year, we were all together in person again, and it was the start of our last year of high school. This year, we had to make difficult decisions, such as what to study after high school or where to study. This year, we accomplished recovering from a challenging year with the return of competitions, sports events, and just being in the same building. Now, we are here tonight as a result of all our hard work, like studying for exams, staying up late to finishing a project, or practicing for sports games. I know others and myself all know how difficult it is to study for tons of semester exams. Tonight is a reward for all this effort. Most of us tonight are just as anxious to begin the next stage of our life as we were on the first day of high school. Although we do know what the freshman wing is now. No matter where we go, whether it be college, trade school, military, or a restaurant down the street, the events we have endured shaped us into who we will be going forward. For me, that was learning the value of being together with people, where you can celebrate moments like graduation with them. Each of us will look back on aspects of high school, good or bad, and remember them as part of making us into who we were as we left. For myself and others, I know it will be the teachers who push me both academically and as a person, like Dr. Smith or Mr. Mayo, Mr. Finley. No matter what hardships come next, each of us has endured way more than we thought we were capable of, and we will continue to be resilient. Thank you.
At this time, we would like to recognize our students who have taken 3 or more AP classes during their high school career. Students, please stand when I call your name. Gabby Betts, Benjamin King, David Long, Ariana Pond, Haley Russell, Mackenzie Sailors, Emma Stacy, Ella Vines, Colin Wanzer, Joshua White, Zachary White, and Bailey Wood. Thank you. Let's give a round of applause to this year's AP Scholars. You can have a seat. We are also proud to announce that the class of 2022 has a scholarship total in the amount of $6.8 million. Congratulations to those students who are continuing their education career.
Not everyone can rule our great nation, and it takes a strong, dedicated, and loyal force to protect and preserve it. At this time, I would like to acknowledge the young men and women who have honorably enlisted in the United States military to protect and serve. Graduates, as your name is called, please stand and remain standing. For the United States Army, Callie Paramore. Nathaniel Pointer. For the United States Army National Guard, Cody Morton. Tyler Pannell. For the United States Navy, Alexander Agee. Dalton Forrester. Sebastian Guerrero. Elijah Harbor, Jason Harris, Jaden Howard, Hiram Kirkpatrick, Zachary Noman, and Isaiah Salazar. Would you please again give a round of applause and celebration for all of these young men and women? Thank you. You may be seated. The 2022 class valedictorian is the daughter of George and Amy Nonaker. She has a 4.0 GPA and a 34 on the ACT. It is my privilege to present to you the class valedictorian, Miss Angelina Grace Nonaker.
Good evening. 4 years ago, on the last day of 8th grade, I told my challenge teacher, Miss Amy Darty, that I wanted to be valedictorian. She told me that it would be difficult, but that she knew I could do it. And I believed in her, and I believed in myself. So for the next 4 years, I held on to that promise, that goal of being up here tonight. I studied, I sacrificed, and I went that extra mile to earn the grades and scores that got me here. This is not to say that I've not had setbacks on my journey. I have failed my fair share of assignments, especially in Miss Collier's calculus class. And I have had days where the self-doubt has made it feel as if I were climbing the highest, coldest mountain and the end was just always out of reach. But I knew that if I stayed on the path, then I would make it. So I went back to work, to studying, to asking for help when I needed it. And with being up here tonight, I can confidently say that I made it through that mountain. I made it through to my goal. But just like you, my goals and purposes will not end tonight. We will all form new goals that align with where we want to end up in life and what direction we want to go in. So now we must ask ourselves, what are our goals? I believe that there are 3 types of goals you can have in life: educational, professional, and personal. When it comes to our educational goals, many of us have made commitments for the fall. Some of us are attending colleges like Memphis, UT Knox, TCAT, or even as far as Oregon, Illinois, Arkansas. As we're starting our educational career, I'd like for us to think about what we want to get out of our journey. What direction do we want to go? Is our goal to earn a bachelor's, master's, or diploma through TCAT? Is this college and this degree going to help us be the doctors that we want to be, the welders, the filmmakers, the teachers that we want to be? For those of us going straight into the workforce or the military, Ask yourself, is this job and this people and this company going to lead to more and provide us with the opportunities that will get us to the career that we want? Is this pathway going to lead to what will make us happy? For our personal goals, is this relationship, whether it be platonic or romantic, worth our time and energy? Are we surrounding ourselves with friends and partners who will help us reach our goals? Are these people adding a positive influence to my life? Our adult life is rapidly approaching, and while this school has given us a plethora of tools to help prepare us, I think the most important tool to have is purpose. With purpose comes direction, and the goals that we choose should help lead us in that direction, into that purpose. In high school, that purpose was to graduate and to prepare us for leaving. But what will our new purpose be? Most of us already have an idea of what we want our life to look like. But I think it would be naive of us to think that our lives will go exactly as we plan. And our goals, our direction, our purpose, they're probably going to change. And that is okay. Tonight, we may decide that our purpose is to become a world-renowned chef or the greatest filmmaker of our time. Or maybe we decide to travel around the world and never look back. Those are great purposes. But what if, in a year or two, we decide that the kitchen isn't for us, or being in front of the screen suits us better than being behind it? Or maybe we miss our family and we decide to come home. That is okay. We don't have to stick to the plans that we make at 18. Our life and direction and purpose will change. But what shouldn't change is having goals and direction and purpose. What shouldn't change is finding new mountains to climb. And when we reach that peak, we find a higher one, a new, better goal that will take us closer to our purpose and our direction that we want to go in life. Now tonight marks the end of us coming down from the mountain that is high school. This is where our paths diverge and we begin to find mountains that are unique to us. I know that great things will come from each of us, and I am immensely looking forward to seeing not only the mountains that I will climb, but also the mountains that each of you will climb. Thank you.
Thank you, Angelina. It is now time for the most exciting part of commencement. Dr. Combs and I have the pleasure to present a diploma to the graduates, and we are pleased to congratulate them on 13 years of hard work to get to this point. Please try to hold applause until all names have been called.
Angelina Grace Nonaker. Colin Mark Wanzer. Mackenzie Lynn Sailors. David Emmanuel Long. Desiree Nicole Burke. Jasmine Leanne Dupree. Haley Michelle Russell. Lily Grace McDaniel. Tyler Lee Cobble. Madeline Joy Peters. Jessica Ann Beasley. Elena Ann Snyder. Emma Lee Stacy. Abigail Sydney Moore. Cameron Kavaris Dwayne Dixon. Bailey Rain Wood. Madeline Charlotte Perkins. Joshua Ty White. Haley Marie Leopard. Sophia Junko Pietra. Savannah Kathleen Zaveski. Kelsey Paige Camp. Ethan Cole Bruner. Elliot Michelle Edwards. Garrett Andrew Craig. Madison Paige Kuris. Andrew Reagan Thompson. Nicholas Lee Atkinson. Alexander Forrest Agee. Alexander Hardin Osbrook. Emily Grace Anderson. Evan Connor Anderson. Kelby Gabriel Avery. Lily Marie Barnes. Jasmine Marie Berry. Dalton Sumner Baskin. Ryan Allen Bell. Mary Kathleen Bennett. Matthew Aaron Bentley. Gabrielle Aru Betts. Abigail Lucy K. Bishop. Elijah Wade Bishop. Avery Elise Bogle. Janiyah Kristen Bonds. Cornelius Dwayne Bonner Jr. Savannah Lynn Brown. Colton David Bryant. Emma Grace Buchanan. Madison Irene Bumpus. Jason Neil Burkeen Jr. Caleb Ryan Burton. Kyle Kinshin Burton. Catherine Jade Bird. Lillianne Nicole Bird. Joseph Kevin Karras. Ivy Faith Carson. Emmy Fallon Childress. Zoe Danielle Kaufman. Michaela Estrita Kalina. Sydney Elise Collins. Tyler Paul Conrad. Caroline Ardell Cook. Olivia Grace Counts. Mary Margaret Countess. Alexander Wayne Cox. Jackson Lynn Kraft. Austin Derek Craig. Kendall Morgan Craig. Riley Keith Crefling. Marwan Jameer Colbert. Sierra Darlene Cunningham. Cole Anthony Daly. Timothy Ann David. Ayla LeRae Davis. Savannah Lynn Deisher. Daniel James Dixon. Haley Elizabeth Duggar.
Kay Jordan Dunlap. Abigail Maria Easley. Aaron Piper Edmondson. Coleman Keith Edwards. Peyton Elizabeth Irvin. Lauren Justine ETA. Andrew Hudson Lee Evans. Jacob Martin Fashini. Ben Carroll Fedderson Jr. Dalton Lynn Forrester. Alexis Brianna Fox. Jacob Paul French. Wesley Michael Gaines. Madeline Grace Elizabeth Garner. Matthew Timothy Gay. Jeremy Michael Giles. William Andrew Glenn. George Allen McNeely Gladwell. Jaden Mackenzie Good. Zachary Hamilton Graham. Lainey Nicole Gray. Sebastian Alonzo Guerrero. Megan Marie Gully. Jalen Jamal Hall. Kalina Alexis Hall. Cameron James Denton Ham. Elijah Harrison Harbor. Victoria Alexis Harkins. Jason Dominic Harris. Nicholas Dante Harvell Jr. Zachary Lynn Harville. Robert Jacob Callahan Hawkins. Luke Ballard Hayes. Kendrick Javon Hennings Jr.
Abby Sue Hill, Joseph Tyler Ojeda, JC Sue Holland, Shauna Kiaria Hood, Davy Allison Hooks, Sydney Nicole Hopkins, Elijah Aaron Howard, Jada Denise Howard, Jaden Deshaun Howard, Reagan Edward Jeter, Christopher Lee Johnson, Dylan Lee Jolly, Kobe James Jones, Benjamin Elliott King, Shelby Gabrielle King, Connor Joseph Kirby, Jesse James Kirk, Hiram Winton Kirkpatrick, Elizabeth Caitlin Curris, Haley Ann Landers, Patrick Wayne Langford, Emma Grace Laxton, Haley Michelle Lee, Tanaya Sanaya Leggett, Jackson Alexander Leard, Darian Jabbar Lewis, Lainey Elizabeth Lyles, Franklin Gage Lyons, Dylan Franklin Malone, Carter Jacob Marbury, Sarah Elizabeth Marbury, Anastasia Maria Marino, Brooklyn Denise Martin, Tucker Wade Martin, Gracie Elizabeth Mashburn, Sarah Elizabeth Matlock, Rebecca Lynn Matthews, Sadie Elizabeth Max, Ashley Joe McCann, Jana Lee McCann, Alexander Logan McLean, Roger Jonathan McConaughey, Rebecca Nicole McCrae,
Braden James McGee, Kimberly Michelle Meadows, Armani Trayshawn Middlebrook, Ashton Grace Miller, Zoe Elizabeth Mizell, Jose Gabriel Montgomery, Mackenzie Kaylin Montgomery, Madeline Kennedy Moore, William Harrison Moore, David Russell Morgan, Cody Derek Morton, Jason Alexander Moss, Justin Andrew Moss, Matthew Ryan Moats, Nakara Michelle Mukes, Braden Aaron Mullins. Alexis Ephraim Nanez. Kaylee Nicole May Newman. Tony Anthony Newman Jr. Zachary Aladdin Noman. Madeline Renee Noakes. William Tanner Nolan. Phoenix Isaiah Osagara. Lillian Irene Pace. Tabitha Lee Palmer. Tyler Pannell. Kaylee Jane Paramore. William Fletcher Patterson. Jessica Lee Peppers. Kayla Lene Perry. Aaron Kelly Pettit. Louis Emil Polaro. Harley Brianne Pogue. Mason Nicole Poindexter. Nathaniel Lee Pointer. Hayden Blay Pollard. Ariana Monet Stewart Pond. Austin Dale Potter. Asia Tazia Powell. Jason David Presley. Ryan Andrew Ross Purifoy. Kenley Reese Quinton. Candelaria Nicole Ronhell. Haley Nicole Ray. Paige Janae Reed. Richard Jesse Reeves Jr. Riley Kathleen Richardson. Taylor Marie Richardson. Drakesha Robinson. Jacob Walter Rodriguez. Mason Kyle Rodriguez. Cameron Destin Wood. Samaria Michaela Wood. Isaiah Ray Salazar. Kevin James Sappington. Cameron William Severson. Leela Rose Shepard. Emma Elise Short. Seth Allen Simpson. Kenyatta Travell Sims. Kyrian Sincere Sims. Joshua David Michael Scaff. Landon Bryce Creasy Sladen. Emily Page Smith. LaQuavius Delquan Smith. Zakiah Marie Smith. Aaron Patrick Spate. Keelan Elijah Stanbeck. Alexis Nicole Standridge. Michaela Nicole Stinnett. Aaron James Strickland. Savannah Lynn Tate. Austin William Tobby. Jeremy Udell Taylor Jr. Brighton Michael Thurkelson. Dylan Andrew Thornton. Emmanuel Trey Thurman. Addie K. Tracy. Tabitha Taylor Underhill. Aiden Bryce Vila. Ella Grace Vines. Colin Waddell. Carson Faith Waddell. Braden Joshua Wade. Hannah Grace Waits. Isaiah Seaton Eugene Walker. Mary Morgan Louise Walker. Hunter Scott Wallace. Eden Michaela Walls. Lily Elaine Walters. Hunter Bailey Ward. Cadence Joel Washam. Jeffrey Buchanan Watkins. Malachi Macon White. Seth Alexander White. Zachary Jean White. Antron Devontae Williams. Mackenzie Renee Warner. Tyler Ray Yancey. And to recognize our two fantastic foreign exchange students, Loanne Letitia Dorette and Luna Marie.
The time has arrived, the tassel turning time. All of your friends and family and mentors have gathered together this evening to witness and share in the accomplishments we celebrate. Since turning the tassel symbolizes the ticket to your future, you can now move your tassel from the right to the left.
Good job. Thank you, Emma. At this time, I'm going to ask everyone to please stand for the Brighton High School alma mater, which is located on the back of your program. This will be led by our choir and our band. Thank you. You may be seated. We will now have the banner exchange from the class of 2022 to our next senior class, class of 2023, by Miss Taylor Burke. She will represent us as our 2023 Executive Student Body President. Class of 2022. Graduation gifts, accolades and awards, celebrations, and 13 years of cherished memories are all packed into a season we call commencement. Congratulations doesn't really do justice to the accomplishment, for the high school diploma came at a cost, and that cost was different for each of you. So tonight, walk with pride, speak with confidence, and shout it from the mountaintop that you are a successful graduate of the class of 2022. As you depart from this evening, know you are an amazing new class of Cardinal alumni who will be defined by their leadership, a relentless spirit, and the knowledge if there's any one offering that you can make to this world, it is to what? Always, always, always be kind. I love you, class of 2022. So it's with great honor and privilege that I'm going to ask this class to stand. Parents, family, friends, and guests, I proudly present to you the Brighton High School class of 2022.